Heidi Heckelbeck has a secret. Chapter 1 Crouchy. Heidi Heckelbeck woke up in the kingdom of gloom. Grouchy Land, Grumpsville, USA. Heidi felt like the princess of Cronky Pants because not only was it the first day of school, it was her first day of school ever. Heidi had never been to school before. She had always had school at home with her 5-year-old brother, Henry. Mom had been their teacher, but starting today, Heidi Heckelbeck would be a brand new second grader at Brewster Elementary. Mom popped her head into Heidi's room. "Time to get up," she sang. "March," growled Heidi. She plumped her pillow on top of her face. A million questions swirled in her head. What if the teacher was mean? What if she couldn't find her way to the bathroom? What if she sat next to a boy who picked his nose? Heidi dragged herself out of bed and got dressed. She put on her black jean shirt with the kitty cat top. Then she wigged into her black and white striped tie and black sneakers. Not even her favorite outfit made her feel cheery. She plumped downstairs. Mom placed a heavy-faced pancake in front of Heidi. It had blueberry eyes, a mouth of raspberries, and sausage eyebrows. Heidi stuck out her tongue at her pancake. "It's still smiling," said Henry. Heidi used her fork to move the food around. "Not anymore," said Heidi. "Mom," yelled Henry. Heidi made a mad-faced pancake. Heidi lowered her eyes. "You know what?" said Henry as he dipped the sausage in syrup. "You should wear pink. Pink looks friendly." "Pretty in pink," added Mom with a wink. "Wait, what's wrong with the way I look?" said Heidi. "Oh, nothing, really," said Henry. "It's just that your outfit kind of looks like a Halloween costume. What if you spooked the other kids on your first day of school?" "Hardy her," said Heidi, but Henry's comment kind of bugged her. Heidi's dad walked into the kitchen as he fixed his tie. "Jippity-doo, da jippity-day," he sang. He stopped when he saw Heidi's unhappy face. She was not in a Disneyland mood. "What's the matter, pumpkins?" asked Dad. "Nothing," said Heidi. "I just don't want to go to school. Ever. That's all." Henry dropped his fork. "Never ever?" asked Henry. "That means you won't get to have a class pet, or your own personal desk, or fire drills." "Who cares?" said Heidi. Dad sat down next to Heidi. "All is well," said Dad, "and all will be well at school too." "But I want to have school at home with Mom," said Heidi. "We had a lot of fun," said Mom, "but now it's time to learn from teachers and book at school." "I can teach myself," said Heidi. "Besides, I like my books better." Mom raised her eyebrows. "School needs you, Heidi," said Dad. "You're clever and kind." "And kind of cuckoo," added Henry. "Trust me," said Dad. "I know you're going to love school. And when you get home, you can be the first to test my brand new fruit cola formula. I'm thinking of calling it Cherry Zing." Mr. Heckelbeck worked at a soda pop company called the Fizz. Heidi loved to try his secret formulas. Sometimes Heidi come up with her own formula and she'd share them with her dad. Tasting a new fruit cola did sound a tiny bit fun. Mom jingled her car keys. Time to go, she said cheerfully. Heidi groaned and slid off her chair. She put on her black jean jacket and backpack. Then she said her goodbyes. Goodbye, 3/4 classroom. Goodbye, backyard cafeteria. You forgot something, said Henry. What? Asked Heidi. Hello, school. And off they went. Chapter 2. Double Crouchy. Heidi wrote her favorite growly word on the foggy car window. March. She wished a drive to school would never end. She didn't want to learn double diet addition. She did not feel like making new friends. Heidi squashed an old goldfish cracker into the crumble-filled floor mat. Crunch. Mom parked in the visitors-only parking spot. We're here, she sang. Heidi stared at the large brick building. Brewster Elementary looked like a dungeon. Why did it look so creepy? And why did it feel like she had eaten cotton balls for breakfast? And how come the car door felt so heavy? Hurry up, said Henry. He bounded up the steps and dashed through the door. Heidi felt like she was wearing Frankenstein shoes. She crumped up the stairs. Mom followed. The principal, Mr. Pennypacker, greeted them in the main office. He had a tuft of brown hair on either side of his head and no hair in the middle. Heidi thought this hairdo looked like earmuffs. I will take Heidi to second grade, he said, and my assistant, Mrs. Crosby, will take Henry to kindergarten. Henry was so lucky. He only had to stay a half day. Heidi thought a half day sounded easy. Chapter 3. Hello, Minnie. Heidi followed Principal Pennypacker down the hall. It smelled like pencils and floor wax. You're going to love Brewster Elementary, said the principal. I doubt it, thought Heidi. They passed a winter wonderland mural. It showed penguins sliding snowboarding and throwing snowballs. Heidi thought it looked dumb. Do you like sports? Asked Principal Pennypacker. Nope, said Heidi. How about art? Not really. Reading? Kind of. What do you like to read? He asked. My spell book, said Heidi. But I forgot the name. Oh, said the principal. When Heidi arrived at her classroom, her teacher came to the door. Oh, you must be Heidi, she said. Welcome. Heidi studied the room. She saw a fish tank, a bulletin board about Dr. Martin Luther King Jr., and a reading corner with beanbag chairs. I'm Mrs. Wellington, she said, but everyone calls me Mrs. Welly for short. Mrs. Welly showed Heidi her copy and her desk. The copy had chipped red paint and a sticker with her name on it. Heidi pulled out her pencil case and notebook and stuffed her backpack into the cubby. She hung her jean jacket on a hook. Then Heidi sat down at her desk. The lid squeaked when she opened it. The legs rocked when she laid on it. The only thing about it was the shiny name tag on top. It had a number line, 100 shirt, and an elephant. Heidi crouched in her chair. Mrs. Welly introduced Heidi to the class. "Welcome, Heidi," they all said. Someone tapped a pencil. Heidi looked. It was a blonde-haired girl in a purple fluffy skirt and a polka dot top. The girl scrunched her face at Heidi. Then she raised her hand. "Yes, Melanie?" asked Mrs. Welly. "Something smelly, Mrs. Welly," she said, with a pinched nose. The class giggled. Mrs. Welly clapped her hands. "That's enough, Melanie," she said. Melanie smiled sweetly. Then she turned and made another mean face at Heidi. Heidi looked the other way. "Why is this girl being so mean to me?" she wondered. Heidi sniffed her sleeves. "Do I really smell?" Suddenly, another girl who was too low off turned around and looked at Heidi. Heidi braced herself for another pricky glare. But this time she got a warm, fuzzy smile. Chapter 4. Meep, meep. One fuzzy smile did not fix a whole bunch of marsh. Heidi sat at her desk and wondered, can an 8-year-old drop out of school? While Heidi thought, she doodled an alien in her new arc-checked forest notebook. She drew a thought balloon over her alien's head. "Meep, meep, get me off this creepy planet," thought Heidi, as she doodled. The teacher wrote homophones on the board. Heidi already knew about homophones. They were words that sound the same but were spelled differently or had different meanings. "Okay," said Mrs. Welly to the class. "Pick 2 sentences for each one. Those of you who would like to share may raise your hand when they're ready." Heidi looked at the words on the board. She picked 2 and wrote, "School is a big fat bore. Melanie is a mean, nasty bore. I have a knot in my stomach. I am not coming back to school." Heidi looked up when she was done. The girl who had smiled at her had her hands up. Mrs. Welly came and called on her. "You may come to the front of the classroom, Lucy." Lucy walked up to the board. "My words are holy and holy," said Lucy, "and bore and bear." The chalk squawked as she wrote. Lucy walked back to her desk when she was done. Then Mrs. Welly read Lucy's sentence out loud and underlined each homophone. The class cracked up the whole time. "Good work, Lucy," said Mrs. Welly. Heidi thought Lucy's sentences were pretty good too. But that did not change Heidi's funky mood. She covered her own sentence with her arm so no one would see. After language art, Heidi sat through social study and math. In math, they worked on fact families. "Boring," thought Heidi. Mom had already taught that at home. Heidi made up her own fact families. Only instead of numbers she used words. Her fact family kind of worked, she thought. At least it had helped. She had helped her get all the way to lunch. Just a few more hours and I can go home, thought Heidi. Chapter 5. A New Friend. Lunch. Ugh. Heidi had never had lunch in a cafeteria before. She didn't know anyone. She would have to sit all by herself. Double O. She grabbed her lunch from her cubby and followed the children down the hall. Someone shouted her name. Heidi, Heidi! It was Henry. He waved like crazy from the school bus line. Heidi gave Henry a she face. Henry ignored her. Isn't school fun? He said excitedly. We got to do musical movement and paint decoration for the school play. Heidi gave Henry a half-hearted high five and kept walking. He was so happy. It was weird. The lunchroom smelled like stinky soap. Heidi found an empty table and sat down on a cold plastic seat. She pulled out her peanut butter and jelly sandwich and chocolate chip cookie. A note was taped to her sandwich. It read, Smile, Pumpkin. School will be great. Love you, Mom. The note from Mom made Heidi miss home even more. Not even her favorite sandwich tasted right. May I sit here? A girl asked. It was Lucy, the girl who smiled and wrote a funny sentence. Heidi nodded, her head up and down. My name is Lucy Lancaster, she said. Heidi nodded again. How do you like school so far? Lucy asked. Heidi looked at the table. That's okay, said Lucy. It will get better. So guess what? What? Asked Heidi. We have play practice today. Our grade is doing the Wizard of Oz. Gulp. Heidi did not like the sound of a play. The last thing she wanted was to be in the spotlight. I'm going to be Auntie M plus a munchkin, Heidi went on. Pretty cool, right? I guess, said Heidi. Lucy told Heidi who got the best parts. Soon the bell rang. Want to play at recess? Asked Lucy. Heidi thought that sounded kind of fun. Okay, she said. Wow, now Heidi, the alien, had a friend. Meep, meep. Chapter 6. Big Trouble. This is the art room, said Lucy. Isn't it great? Heidi looked around. The art room looked like a children's museum. The walls had paintings of owls and ladybugs and rocket ships and monsters. Mobiles dangled from the ceiling. Clay creatures lined the shelves. See that bird nest mobile? Said Lucy. She pointed at the ceiling. That's mine. It has real bird's egg in it. Melanie overheard Lucy talking. That's right, said Melanie. Real stinky egg. She gave Lucy and Heidi a crunchy face and turned away. Lucy lowered her eyes. As I was saying, she said, you're going to love art. Heidi struck at art. She could barely draw a stick figure. She had never worked with clay or made a mobile. And most of all, she did not want to be art anywhere near Melanie. Heidi sat down at a table in the corner. Lucy sat near next to her. At each place was a piece of white construction paper and a firm plate with the dab of colored paint. A coffee can full of paint brushes sat at the middle of the table with 2 cups of water and deep brush. "Snacks on, everyone, chomp chomp," said the art teacher as he clapped. "That's Mr. Doodleby," whispered Lucy. "He's really nice." Mr. Doodleby has a long hair ponytail. He wore a t-shirt with a swirly design on it, pink speckled jeans, and red high tops. Heidi thought he looked like a skateboarder. "Today we're going to paint self-portrait," said the teacher. "Let's get started. I will come around to help." Heidi stared at her paper. Should I draw my alien self or my regular self? She wondered. Is there really any difference? She dabbed a paintbrush in a pale pink paint and drew an oval face. She painted blue eyes with light blue brown eyebrush. She drew a pointy little nose and a purple line for a mouth. And she painted a stand of red hair. The teacher came to the table and watched as Heidi painted. "Nice work," said the teacher. "You must be Heidi. I'm Mr. Doodleby." Heidi kept painting. "I'm here if you need help," said Mr. Doodleby, and he moved on to another table. What Heidi really needed was some brown paint to mix it up with red. She got up and went to the paint station. She plumped a glop of brown paint from a jar. But came back. Melanie was at her place. She had painted a zigzag mouth on Heidi's picture. "Stop it," said Heidi. "What's wrong?" asked Melanie. "I just made your picture look more like you." Heidi picked up her paintbrush and ripped it across Melanie's smock. Melanie shrieked and swept her paintbrush at Heidi. But Melanie missed because Mr. Doodleby had grabbed her arm in middle. "Come with me," said Mr. Doodleby as he marched Melanie straight to the principal's office. Heidi crumpled her self-portrait and dropped it on the table. Melanie Mathrop had to be the meanest girl on the planet Earth. She felt a tear roll down her cheek. She wiped her eyes with the back of her arm. She could hear kids whispering things. "Are you okay?" asked Lucy. "No," said Heidi. "I'm not okay. I want to go home." Tears spilled from Heidi's eye. When Mr. Doodleby returned to the classroom, he asked Heidi to come to his office. He gave her tissue and told her that everything would be okay. Heidi felt too embarrassed to say anything. She stayed in his office until the end of art. Then there was a knock on the door. It was Lucy. "Hey, Heidi," she said. "I've got good news." "What?" asked Heidi. Melanie got in big trouble. Chapter 7. Drama Queens. Big mouth, big liar, big meanie. "That Melanie is nothing but big trouble," said Heidi. Heidi and Lucy laughed as they walked to play practice. Heidi hadn't laughed all day. It felt really good. In the auditorium, a round lady with curling orange hair was playing the piano. Heidi recognized the song. It was "Somewhere Over the Rainbow." The girls walked onto the stage and sat at the table. Behind them was a set of a yellow brick road with the Emerald City in the distance. When everyone was seated, the lady stopped playing. Her heels clicked-clacked up the stairs and onto the stage. Hello, boys and girls, said the teacher. I have your script today. She waved an emerald green script back and forth so everyone could see. Melanie and Stanley, please pass these out. The teacher handed them each a stack of script. A script landed in front of every student. Whomp, whomp, whomp. Melanie paused when she got to Heidi. Mrs. Noddywonks, said Melanie sweetly, does the new girl get one too? Yes, dear, everyone should get one, said Mrs. Noddywonks. Melanie dropped a script in front of Heidi. It landed with a thud. Heidi kept her eye on the table. Then Mrs. Noddywonks called her name. Heidi, she said as she put on her glasses and looked for Heidi. Heidi Heckelbeck, did I pronounce your name correctly? Heidi nodded. Hello, honey, said Mrs. Noddywonks. Welcome to the wonderful land of Oz. Our play has already been cast, but don't worry, we will find something fun for you to do. Phew, thought Heidi. She didn't have to worry about being in the play. But wait, what was going on? Minnie Melanie was whispering something to Mrs. Noddywonks. Mrs. Noddywonks nodded as she looked at Heidi. I have a wonderful news, Heidi, said Mrs. Noddywonks excitedly. Melanie has found a part for you in the play. Heidi's hair struck straight out of her head, or at last it felt like that way. She did not want a part in the play. She did not want to be a flying monkey. She did not want to be a teen girl or a cowardly lion or a scarecrow or anything else. No, thank you, Mrs. Noddywonks, said Heidi. I would rather not be in the play. I know how you feel, said Mrs. Noddywonks. Melanie told me all about it. All about what? Asked Heidi. About how you feel left out. But I want to be left out, said Heidi. Hogwash, said Mrs. Noddywonks. Please tell Heidi your idea, Melanie. Melanie nodded and smiled. As Heidi's new friend, began Melanie, I am happy to say that she will play the role of a scary apple tree in our school play. You know the tree I'm talking about, she went on, the one in the haunted forest. Everyone looked at Heidi. She wanted to throw her script at Melanie. Lucy squashed Heidi's foot under the table. It will be okay, she whispered. Well, then it's all settled, said Mrs. Noddywonks. She pulled on her glasses. Let's practice page 1 through 16. Heidi wanted to scream. Melanie thought she was so big. She acted like she owned the second grade. There was only one role for that girl, the Wicked Witch. She wouldn't even need to act. But Melanie hadn't gotten the part of the witch. She had gotten Dorothy. Heidi folded her arm. Talk about unfair. But then Heidi realized something. If Heidi played Dorothy, then that means only one thing. Heidi would get to throw apples at Melanie. Now, that sounds like fun. Chapter 8. 4 Answers. Somehow Heidi lived through an entire day of school. But for her, it felt like an entire year of school. She wanted a medal, a hug, and a big bowl of peppermint ice cream with a fudge sauce. Instead, when Mom picked her up, she got to sit next to Henry, who had his finger in his nose. That's so gross, said Heidi. What? Said Henry. Booger tastes great. Double gross, said Heidi. Did you miss me? Said Henry. No, said Heidi. Well, I missed you all afternoon, said Henry. It's boring without you. You're weird, said Heidi, but thanks, bud. Mom smiled in a real view mirror. So, said Mom, how was your first day of school? Now, that was a juicy question. Heidi thought of 4 answers. She could remain silent, scream without stopping, explode, tell it like it was. Heidi chose answer number 4. I hated being new, said Heidi. I felt like an alien all day. That's so cool, said Henry. What planet are you from? Planet I hate school, said Heidi. I never heard of it, said Henry. It's awful, said Heidi. It has a mean girl leader named Melanie. Does she smell? Said Henry. Because if she smells, you could call her principal Smellony. Worse, said Heidi. She said that I smell. Wow, said Henry. She must have a smell problem. Enough smelly talk, said Mom. I'm sure Melanie didn't mean it. Of course she meant it, though, thought Heidi. The name Princess Smelione was perfect. All Melanie needed was a stinky crown on top of her head. Chapter 9. Zing! When Heidi got home, Dad was in the kitchen. He had 2 plastic bottles filled with dark liquid on the table. One was labeled Simple Number 1, and the other was labeled Simple Number 2. There was also a bottle of water and a stack of mini paper cups. She's home. My big schoolgirl is home, said Dad. Dad gave Heidi a big squeeze. She managed a small smile. Are you ready? Asked Dad. Ready, said Heidi. Dad had on his white lab coat. He set out 2 cups and then rubbed his hands together for a big moment. Welcome to the Heckelbeck Taste Tasting Laboratory, he said. As you can see, we have 2 mysterious drinks to choose from today. Please sample one, followed by a glass of water. Then sample the second one. Do not, I repeat, do not make yummy face or yucky face during the taste test. We do not want to sway the other tasters. Dad poured a cup of dark fizzy liquid and a cup of water. He placed both of them in front of Heidi. My tasty assistant, Heidi, will go first, said Dad. Remember, no faces. Heidi took a sip of a soda. She felt a tingle of a bubble on her tongue. It has nice cherry flavor to it. She set down the cup and sipped some water. Now for sample number 2, said Dad. He poured the second mysterious liquid and handed it to Heidi. Heidi slowly sipped it. Wowee, she thought. Try not to let the wowee showed in her face. This soda has a super tingly, super zingy cherry flavor. She set down the cup and sipped some water. Then Mom and Henry took their turn. Okay, let's hear from the taste taster number 1, said Dad. I choose sample number 2, said Heidi. Taste tester number 2, asked Dad. I picked number 2 also, said Henry. Taste number 3, number 2, said Mom. Dad pumped his fist in the air. I'm happy to say that test was a success, said Dad. Cherry Zing is the winner. Dad looked so happy. He worked so hard on his soda formula. He wanted them to be the best. Heidi was very proud of him. Thanks for your help, guys, said Dad. So, Heidi, how was your first day of school? Oh no, thought Heidi. Not that again. She felt the fun drain out of her body. Droop. Going to school was absolutely possibly the worst thing I ever done in my life, said Heidi. Worse than fabric shopping with your mother? Asked Dad. Way worse, said Heidi. I felt like a complete doofus all day. I just don't fit in at school. Oh, the yucky feeling of the day bubbled up all over again. Heidi felt awful. She ran upstairs to her room and slammed the door. Chapter 10. Smell-o-nie. Heidi nicked off her shoe and flopped onto the bed. She buried her face in her pillow. Maybe she could stay in her bed the rest of her life. That sounded perfect. Heidi heard the doorknob turn. It was Mom. She came in and sat down next to Heidi. Pretty yucky day, huh? Said Mom. Yup, said Heidi, in a muffled, hollow voice. I know how you feel, said Mom. It happened to me too. Heidi rolled over and looked at her mother. It did? Questioned Heidi. When? In grade school, said Mom. Some of the girls in my class thought I was, different. Well, we are different, said Heidi. So what did you do? I made two really good friends. And that the mean girl didn't budge me as much. Hey, Heidi sighed. You know what I wish, said Heidi. I wish I could just be my real self. Why can't I just be a... Before Heidi could finish, Henry burst into the room. He had a mom's high heel and a pair of glasses perched on the end of his nose. He had an open book in his hand. Wanna play school? asked Henry. We can both be the teacher and my stuffed toys can be the student. Not in the mood, said Heidi. But I already set up all the stuffed toy on the chair and everything, said Henry. They are ready to learn. Maybe later, said Heidi. Why? Are you still upset about the smell of Negro? asked Heidi. Pretty much, said Heidi. Well, I have an idea, said Henry. Shoot, said Heidi. Then Smelly talk to you. When Smelly talk to you, pretend that she has a pair of underwear on her head, said Henry. Then she won't seem too scary. You are a total flute loop, said Heidi. Who knows? It might work, said Mom. But one thing I can promise is that school will get better. Now, who's up for an afternoon school snack? Cookies? asked Henry. Why not? said Mom. Henry raced out of the door. Mom got up and looked at Heidi. I will be down in a sec, said Heidi. A brilliant idea has just popped into her head. Okay, said Mom. Chapter 11. The Secret. Once Mom and Henry was gone, Heidi shut the door. Then she lay down on her stomach and pulled her keepsake box out of under her bed. It was bejeweled with rainbow gems and glitters. Heidi underneath the silver lantern opened the box. She pulled out a golden medallion and a long chain. In the middle was the medallion was a letter W, woven into another W. Heidi slipped the medallion over her head. It hung all the way to her lap. She held it in one hand and studied it. Heidi transferred the W into her finger. A big smile bloomed on her face. Her idea was beautiful and wicked. But before starting, she would need a snack. She stuck a medallion back into the box and ran downstairs. Mom, can I have some cookies? asked Heidi. I need some energy to do my homework. Coming right up, said Mom. She put 2 chocolate chip cookies on the plate. Does that mean you're going back to school? asked Henry. Yup, said Heidi. Your underwear trick was just what I needed. Really? asked Henry. No, said Heidi. Heidi ate her cookie, gave her mom a big hug, and went back upstairs. Mom almost dropped me milk jug. Whoa, said Mom to Henry. What just happened here? Henry shrugged. As soon as Heidi got back to her room, she pulled out her keepsake box again. This time she pulled out an old worn black letter box. The title on the cover read Book of Spells. She opened the book. The first page had a list of fancy signatures. Above the signatures, it read The Witch of Westwick. Heidi flipped through the pages. She stopped when she came to another one that read How to Make Someone Forget. Perfect. Heidi said to herself with a smile. Let's see what happens when Princess Smellione forgets her lines in the play. Heidi folded her long arms. One thing's for sure, thought Heidi. I'm not going to forget who I am. I'm Heidi Heckelbeck, and I'm a witch.